G'day, and it's great to be back again for another week of the mindfulness part of the challenge. What I want to look at in this week is times when things perhaps don't go quite so well. And as we start the new year, obviously kind of our work is starting to heat up again, and there's inevitably going to be stresses that we start to kind of face, and also the kind of complexities and the almost uncertainties that we face in our kind of modern life. Having some skills around being able to manage stress, and kind of more accurately the kind of emotions that show up when we're feeling stressed, can be really, really helpful. Turns out that there are two basic ways that we can respond to stress when it shows up in our work or at home. One is to try and kind of push it away or avoid it or block it out, somehow do something to make it kind of go away. We do things like distracting ourselves or eating or just telling ourselves that it's not there, or maybe venting and kind of barking at someone. The other way, of course, is to take quite a different approach, and that is almost to befriend it. And it seems completely counterintuitive because every cell in our body is telling us not to do that. But it turns out that if we can befriend our stress and actually embrace it, turn towards it, it actually softens. And there's a simple saying that, whatever you resist tends to persist, and it's totally the case with stress. I like to use the analogy of a wave. And kind of stress and the emotions that show up when we're stressed are a bit like waves. They kind of build up, they form a kind of a head, and they crash over, and then they kind of roll on through toward the shore. So there's a kind of almost like a wave effect with emotions. And if we can embrace this kind of natural way that emotions and stress in particular tends to operate, we can engage with them in a much more skillful way. Rather than being caught up in the wave and basically smashed around and thrown around as the wave comes through, we can be a bit like a surfer and learn to kind of surf those waves, if you like. So a bit of a challenge over the week ahead would be to, when you're faced with a challenge or a kind of an unexpected event or something that kind of gets underneath your skin a bit, remember this. Remember that this is just a wave. This is the wave of emotion responding to this situation, and see if you can just notice it in the body. That's all. Just literally bring your attention away from all the kind of catastrophizing to just experiencing what's going on in the body and just watching it. And basically see what you notice. I'm not going to kind of, in a way, predict what you'll find, but so just, on any given day, whenever you notice yourself feeling stressed, just see if you can practice this kind of wave emotion surfing.